Jai, Hare Krishna, and we're back with Raja Vidya, the King of Knowledge, by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Page number 91. By the Lord's arrangement, the world is so made that there is no scarcity of anything. Everything is sufficient, provided that we know how to distribute it. However, the deplorable condition today is that one is taking more than he needs while other is starving. This is so true, isn't it? Somebody has billions and somebody has nothing. Consequently, the starving masses are revolting and asking, why should we starve? But their methods are imperfect. The perfection of spiritual communism is found in the knowledge that everything belongs to God. By knowing the science of Krishna, we can easily cross over the ignorance of false proprietorship. We are actually suffering due to our ignorance. In the law court, ignorance is no excuse. If we tell the judge that we are not aware of the law, we will be punished anyway. If one has illegally amassed so much wealth and yet claims ignorance of his transgression, he will be punished nonetheless. The whole world is lacking this knowledge, and therefore thousands of teachers of the science of Krishna are needed. There's a great need for this science now, for this knowledge now. We should not think that because Krishna was born in India, that the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is sectarian, or that Krishna is a sectarian god. Indeed, in the 14th chapter, Sri Krishna proclaims himself to be the father of all beings, as pointed out previously. Bhagavad Gita 14.4. I would really like to emphasize this point. Prabhupada says the whole world is lacking this knowledge, and therefore thousands of teachers of the science of Krishna are needed. And today I was listening to one podcast, probably like devotees, they know that there is this devotee called Namarasa Prabhu, and he is also having a podcast, but he has like 1 hour and a half discussions with different devotees, and they were making this point that there's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita which says, learn the science of Krishna consciousness and share it. Krishna Upadesha Amara Gyaya Guru means like by the order of Lord Chaitanya, we're supposed to spread this knowledge because people are suffering due to ignorance. It is not that, we should not share something valuable with others, isn't it? So please, my dear listeners, I'm begging you, if you come across this podcast and you come across these wonderful books, you don't have to share the podcast, but you are you are eagerly invited, if I can say that, eagerly invited, or desperately asked to please share this knowledge with others, because this is really going to... Imagine just now we had this point that, everything, like there is sufficient amount of things by the Lord's arrangement for living, but because of unequal distribution, because some people take everything, some people have nothing, this is where the problem is. So we know there are enough of resources for everyone, but they have to be distributed with knowledge. So please share the knowledge of these books. Like we are only reading 9th or 10th, and this is one of the small books of Srila Prabhupada, and you will not imagine, you can't even imagine how much treasure, what a treasure house of knowledge the book that we are about to read, like Nectar of Devotion, like Bhagavad Gita itself, like Srimad Bhagavatam, like Chaitanya Charitamrita, everything needed for perfection of life, being happy here in this world and in the next afterlife. So just really, Hare Krishna. This was very emotional. Okay. As spirit souls, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Spirit. But due to our desire to enjoy this material world, we have been put into material nature. Yet, in whatever species of life we may be, Krishna is the Father. Thus, Bhagavad Gita is not meant for any particular party or nation, but for everyone, all over the world, even for the animals. Wait, Krishna, sorry. Now that the sons of the Supreme are committing theft due to ignorance, it is the duty of one who is conversant with Bhagavad Gita to spread the supreme knowledge to all beings. In this way, people may realize their true spiritual nature and their relationship to the supreme spiritual whole. Jai, Haribol. We have concluded 7th chapter. Now we're starting, I think this is the last chapter. Yes, chapter number 8, action in knowledge of Krishna. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha idimam yo vijanati karma bhirna sabadhyate. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. Unquote. Bhagavad Gita 4.14. The whole world is bound by karma. We all know of the existence of microbes or germs, which exist by million within the measurement of 1 millimeter. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that, beginning with the microbe, which is called Indragopa, up to Indra, the king of the heavenly planets, all are bound by karma, the reactions of work. We all have to suffer or enjoy the reactions of our work, be they good or bad. As long as we have to suffer or enjoy these reactions, we are bound to these material bodies. By nature's arrangement, the material body is given to the living entity for his suffering or enjoying. Different types of bodies are acquired for different purposes. The body of a tiger is made for killing and eating raw meat. Similarly, the hogs are made in such a way that they can eat stool. And as human beings, our teeth are made for eating vegetables and fruits. All of these bodies are made according to the work done in past lives by the living entity. Our next bodies are being prepared according to the work which we are doing now. But in the previously quoted verse, Sri Krishna indicates that one who knows the transcendental nature of his activities becomes free from the reactions of activities. Our activities should be such that we will not again become entangled in this material world. This can be made possible if we become Krishna conscious by studying Krishna, learning of the transcendental nature of his actions, activities, and understanding how he behaves in this material world and in the spiritual world. When Krishna comes on this earth, he is not like us. He is totally transcendental. We desire the fruits of our activities, but Krishna does not desire any fruits, nor are there any reactions to his actions, nor does he have any desire for fruitive activity. Name karma phale spriha. When we enter into business, we hope for profit, and with that profit we hope to buy things, and that will make our life enjoyable. Whenever conditioned souls do something, there is this desire for enjoyment behind it. But Krishna has nothing to desire. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is full with everything. When Krishna came on this earth, he had many girlfriends and over 16,000 wives, and some people think that he was very sensual. But this was not the fact. We must understand the meaning of relationships with Krishna. In this material world, we have many relationships as father, mother, wife, or husband. Whatever relationship we find here is but a perverted reflection of the relationship we have with the Supreme Lord. Whatever we find in this material world is born of the absolute truth. But here it is pervertedly reflected in time. Whatever relationship we have with Krishna goes on. If we have a relationship in friendship, that friendship is eternal and continues from life to life. In the material world, a friendship exists for a few years and then breaks. Therefore, it is called perverted, temporal, or unreal. If we make our friendship with Krishna, it will never break. If we make our master Krishna, we will never be cheated. If we love Krishna as our son, he will never die. If we love Krishna as our lover, he will be the best of all, and there will be no separation. Because Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he is unlimited and has an unlimited number of devotees. Some are trying to love him as lover or husband, and therefore Krishna accepts this role. In whatever way we approach Krishna, he will accept us, as he states in Bhagavad Gita. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manushyah partha sarvashah. All of them, as they surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Unquote Bhagavad Gita 4.11. We're going to stop here for today because tomorrow we will read more about Krishna and his dear gopis or coward girlfriends, and about how he is able to maintain all of these beautiful relationships with his devotees, and how he is Yogeshwara, or master of all yogis. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and the link to this beautiful book is in the description as always. So stay tuned and we shall see you next time. Hare Krishna.